Hello and welcome to this deck tech for tonight's stream. We're going to be bringing the pain not just to Kiki Jiki there. Certainly that's going to be pretty satisfying, but many other decks I just wanted to give the pretty big changes that I made after last night's, well, it was kind of rough. Certainly faced a lot of Rakdos. I think it was 4 times. It might have been 5. I certainly lost count, and like I mentioned, they just all blended together. It was pretty painful, but so far I've been bringing the pain just right now. I wish I was recording some of the fantastic matches that I had, but it's been going good, definitely. All right, there's the list. As always, it's in the description if you're looking to maybe fire it up yourself. We got Commune with Dinosaurs and Tamiyo Safekeeping. Switching Tamiyos completely for the full play set. No snakeskin veil to give counters, that sort of thing. The indestructible, definitely. That's going to be very helpful. It would have been helpful against that Azorius match. Oh my goodness, that was painful. Sweepers, for sure. Indestructible is what you want. We're going with a little super rampy, sort of, stable ramp, Thunderherd Migration, getting us a basic land. That is back in. If I need to, or if, again, it makes sense to play a little bit slower, and I wouldn't want to go Huntmaster or Marauding on turn 2, I do like having Thunderherd as an option. Nice stable ramp getting to 4 potentially lands, be able to protect Huntmaster quite easily with Tamiyos, maybe go Commune with Dinosaurs plus Tamiyos plus a Marauding or Otepec Huntmaster, but just always having something we can do on turn 2, usually you would think, and hope that the majority of the time we'll get one of these 3 right here. Then Domri, it's back in, increases power. Overall, I think I probably should not have cut it. Does the trick, fighting, ramping, everything we want, and helps hopefully get to the queen, which I've cut down to 3 copies. 3 or 4, it's good, definitely. I think 3, I've mentioned before, that's probably my sweet spot. 4, perhaps could be a little bit crazy, but I do love her. Who doesn't love Ghalta? That's for sure. Carnage Tyrant, back in. Oh, last night was painful with the targeted removal, that's for sure. So having Carnage Tyrant, Trample, Hexproof, all that good stuff. Something we don't need to use Tamiyo Safekeeping on. We can put it on, something like Regisaur Alpha, perhaps, giving everything haste, keeping things moving nice and fast. Ripjaw Raptor potentially, or we got some secret sauce here. It was pretty painful, that match against Greasefang. Rough stuff. Very good stuff from them, but it's hard to deal with if you don't have graveyard hate. So, Deathgorge Scavenger back in. Could potentially get Croaks out of the graveyard against Rakdos mid-range, of course, but anything else graveyard related. Control, they got lots of non-creatures, plenty for Deathgorge to eat, and survive that ping from Marauding Raptor by getting itself to 3 toughness there. But overall, this could come down as a very big threat, especially with Regisaur Alpha. Potentially, Deathgorge Scavenger is swinging as 5 power, exiling 2 things. Potentially could be swinging for 6 with Domri, but all that power on a pretty cheap body potentially would definitely help get Ghalta. Absolutely. So I think Deathgorge, very nice. Should always be something to get. Turn 1 Commune could get us that non-creature card that we need for Deathgorge to survive a later Marauding Raptor ping. Possibly Tamiyo Safekeeping as well if we've used it early enough. But Thunderherd Migration, we got lots of non-creatures early on. Sometimes I'm caught out by not having any non-creature for Deathgorge to exile, and then just feels really bad, having to maybe not play him or just play him for 2 to gain 2 life and get temporarily a buff of +2/+0 on Marauding. It's not the best use, but we may have to do it at some point. Mana base, I've gone crazy again, back down to 20 lands. Oh my goodness. Nuts, I say. But we got lots of early acceleration, which should do the trick. Commune again, keeping things consistent and all that stuff at 2, along with Domri, still makes me feel quite comfortable, for sure. Graveyard hate though, if we need even more, Sometimes we need technically instant speed, graveyard hate, Soul Guide Lantern to take out anything Greasefang related. Perhaps that was a flash in the pan seeing it that once, but just seeing it once is scary. Nightmares there for sure. And against enchantments, Rakdos mid-range, if they've got Reflection of Kiki Jiki, multiples. We saw 3, I think, that one match. That was very scary. But, of course, anything else enchantment related, Barrier Breach. Oh boy. 2 and a green, instant speed, exile up to 3 target enchantments. And if a deck happens to have some various gods, some of the Theros gods, we will be able to get rid of them, even though they have indestructible, because exile gets around that. Fantastic stuff. If we get multiple copies, cycle it away. I was considering Back to Nature, 1 in the green, instant speed, destroy all enchantments. That's definitely potentially better. But I like Barrier Breach, the exile fact, the cycling. If we get multiples, we're not just caught out with this stuff sitting dead in hand, unfortunately. And then Storm's Wrath, I talked about it last night. Tonight, it is in. Plain and simple. Gotta be. It's going to be a good time. And then Shifting Ceratops, that guy's got to be in somewhere. That's the ticket against some control decks, but definitely having Carnage Tyrant as well tonight is going to be good. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little rundown. I certainly enjoyed the few matches that I played before this, and it's going to be a good one. So maybe I'll see you tonight another time. Have a good one. And remember, there's always room for improvement.